Not yet. Now we're back.
We're back. Welcome once
Welcome
again to
back
another
to
great
another.
podcast
Yes, welcome back to another installment.
of video games. This is going. We're going to go in depth
Wait,
on.
hold on. Prior to going into the video games, we were talking about late night show hosts.
Yeah,
All in agreement that Jimmy Fallon is the best.
Jimmy Fallon is the most funniest man.
If you're an entertainer, okay, let's say you're Jay-Z or Beyonce, when you're the entertainer, who entertains the entertainer? The answer, Jimmy fucking Fallon.
Yep,
He is amazing. Like,
Jimmy Fallon. If you're watching this,
the entertainer's entertainer.
if Jimmy Fallon's watching this, you're a funny dude, Jimmy.
Jimmy, if you're watching this, please hook us up with 4 tickets. Maybe.
Yeah, we want to definitely go to that show.
I would love to go to your show and just meet you and shake your hand and then hang out and go for a ride in your pickup. Even though you don't look like the kind of guy to have a pickup truck. He had this whole big segment a while back about the car he was gonna get and how he finally decided on a pickup truck. And just like 3 days ago, he ended up talking to Robert Downey Jr. And he said something about his pickup truck, and he's like, "What? I don't look like the kind of guy that drives a pickup truck." And Robert Downey Jr. was just looking at him like.
So Jimmy Fallon looks like the kind of guy that drives a Honda Civic, a coupe.
No, Fallon looks like actually, yeah, a Prius.
Hold on. He looks like he drives a white coupe with a 2-door, an '89 coupe at that. Not a '93 coupe. That's what Jimmy Fallon looks like.
He's gotta have some kind of cool factor because Jimmy's he is a cool dude.
If we look at celebrities and what kind of cars we think we'll see them driving, like the dude Thor Helmsworth, he looks like he drives a Ford. What is it called? The Tomahawk. He looks like
I don't even know what that is.
A red Ford 4x4 Tomahawk. That's what he looks like he drives. It's a pickup truck.
Could you imagine Jimmy Fallon in a smart car?
Yeah, I can see it with a smart
car. No, I can't. I would just see Jimmy going like, I can't drive in that. Oh my God, like I can't drive in that because the smart cars are ill. Like,
okay, what kind of car would
alternate ego Sarah, and that's Sarah with an H because H's are L.
Here's one for you. What kind of car do you think Zach Galifianakis drives?
A horse.
It's probably rusted.
Imagine him just getting from point A to point B, just galloping on that horse, all majestic like.
I see him in a tractor, like the joints that they drive in like barns and fields and stuff. I see him in one of those. I think because I saw that Kanye West video he made where he was.
What about Seth Rogen? What does Seth Rogen drive?
Seth Rogen drives. Seth Rogen. He drives.
What does a weed dealer drive? He drives a Ford Taurus, the kind of car that no cop will pull over.
What about hold on. Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Volkswagen Beetle.
I see her driving a PT Cruiser.
No way. Beetle for the win, man.
I see her driving a PT Cruiser. All right, what about Russell Crowe? Russell Crowe. That sounds like a manly name, Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
He's got to drive like a monster car, right?
No, I don't know, man. I just see Russell Crowe driving like a Range Rover, like whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, Russell. You're normal.
Yeah, my bad, Russ.
Not like anybody else. not like Fallon in his pickup truck. I'm not hating. I'm not hating, Jimmy. I want to pick up myself actually.
What about Bruce Willis? What does Bruce Willis drive? What kind of car do you see Bruce Willis driving in?
I can't stop thinking of him destroying cars in Die Hard now.
Yeah, a Hummer all the way. Hummer for the win for Bruce Willis. Or a taxi.
Yeah, like a Hummer, like the H1, like the one that like the army, the one that the army has.
Yeah, I can see him driving that.
Oh my God! What about Jimmy? I don't like Jimmy Kimmel.
I don't like Jimmy Kimmel either. Jimmy Kimmel, he's funny, but he's only funny with other people.
He's funny when he doesn't have people writing for him. You know, like
if they was to let him go,
his own stuff, and you know he's actually into it. But Jimmy Kimmel, his late night show is just so lacking. Like it's like he doesn't even try.
I think when he shows funny videos, that's when he's funny. But because his problem is like he laughs at his own jokes. He's one of those comedians that laugh at his own jokes. I wouldn't even call him a comedian. I don't know what I think he's from the Howard Stern show, isn't he?
No, he's from. Man, what was that video? It was a TV show where it was him and that skinny dude, and it was the two of them.
Spade?
And it was like Man Bros or Mansers or the Man Show. And then they used to end it every night with like they'd have beer and they'd be like, oh, now we're gonna have girls jumping on trampolines. And then there would be a bunch of like, you know, girls in bikinis and they would just jump on trampolines. And it would be like slow motion cam so you could see the boobs jiggle and stuff like that.
Oh, I know. I thought he was from Howard Stern's camp at one point. Him and Artie.
I mean, possible.
Because we know where Jimmy Fallon came from. Jimmy Fallon, you know, he's just downright. I'm sorry. If I was to sit in the room with Jimmy, I know he'll crack me up because
I actually had this conversation. With someone, and we were talking about celebrities we'd like to meet, and I honestly cannot. It's tough. It's a very, very, very close line for me, but I think it would be between Will Ferrell and Jimmy Fallon, with Jimmy for the win. Sorry, Will.
Yeah, Will's funny, like, but Will.
No, but the thing,
if he's trying to be serious,
Will Ferrell is comedic genius, though. He has like a level to him, you know, like
he was on Jimmy Fallon with a Little Debbie outfit on, you know, like the cakes, the snacks. No, came on looking like Little Debbie, and he says, and Jimmy's like, "Why do you have on Little Debbie outfit?" He's like, "It's to punish my kids. If they act up, they know that I'm coming around the corner with that Little Debbie outfit on to embarrass them." I thought that was hilarious, yo. But it's certain segments that he do, even with East South Down and Out or something like that. The HBO show Southbound. With the other cat from what's his name? Yeah, it's called Southbound.
Who is this other? I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Did you see? Remember This Is the End?
Yes.
Okay. You remember the guy? I can't think of his name for shit, but he's funny as hell. He came in the room. Every time he comes in any room or any situation, they're always playing hip hop music for him. Like he's that down to earth. Who?
The black dude?
No, not him. Oh my God! Somebody that's watching this will know who I'm talking about. But he has a show called Southbound. If you Google Southbound, you'll see his face. But I can't think of his name for shit right now.
Southbound.
It's just called Southbound. That's it.
Did not come up on Google.
It's HBO. It's on HBO. It's a show. Hold on, let me look.
An Asian guy came.
What? Hold on.
No, it's not. You're wrong. There's another comedian. He does late night, and I forget.
Okay, it's called Eastbound and Down.
Oh, Down. Oh, him. Yeah. He's funny.
He's hilarious.
He's funny.
That dude is straight comedy gold because he just don't give a shit. Like there was a scene with him and Will Ferrell and the other black guy, and they were trying to act out a scene, and they couldn't. They tried their best not to laugh, but Will Ferrell is just too stupid.
What kind of car do you see Louis C.K. driving?
Louis C.K. will be driving a Pontiac Grand Am, a burgundy one, a burgundy Pontiac Grand Am. That's that guy.
Oh man, Louis is a good show. It's a good freaking show. It's got good morals too. Like I really like what he does with it, especially when he's like yelling at his kids, like, "No, don't do this," and then he gives them like a life lesson. And you sit there and you're like, "Damn, like that was for real."
Oh yeah.
What is the name of this guy? I keep forgetting the comedian. He does a late night show and he does all this segment where he plays video games, and he's clueless about video games.
Oh, Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien.
Yo, he's funny.
He's funny.
I watched Conan O'Brien when he used to be in New York, man, a lot. Because, like, my mom's used to watch, like, Arsenio Hall. She would watch Letterman. Nobody really liked Jay Leno. I wasn't a big fan of Jay Leno. I did not like Jay Leno at all, yo.
Leno's sitting there saying, "Fuck you," and I'm sitting there saying, "Fuck you too." I never liked him. Didn't think it was funny. Like, whatever. What are you gonna do? Crucify me for my opinion. Sorry, Leno.
Yeah, Leno wasn't funny. Like, I don't know how he lasted so long, but from what I understand, and this is what Howard Stern has said. Yeah, it was for money. But him, Howard Stern, and Letterman was all three were going to be the replacement for Johnny Carson. And what happened was Letterman was supposed to get that slot. Not Howard Stern. Letterman was just supposed to get that spot. But from what I understand, Jay Leno did some type of sneaky nonsense, and he ended up getting in that slot. And to this day, Letterman never liked Jay Leno. There was always a bit of feud between Leno and Letterman. Even when Leno was trying to leave, and then he came back, and they canned Conan O'Brien. Remember, Conan was going to take over Late Night Talk, right? That was around the time Leno was talking about leaving.
Honestly, when it comes to like late night history, I know nothing. The only person that ever got me into late night is Fallon, and that's the only reason I watch late night shows. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, the only late night show I watch is Fallon's.
Yeah, pretty much. And Conan. I watched Conan because Conan.
I only watch Conan when he does those video game segments because they're outrageously funny. And then
there's a scene where Ice Cube and Kevin Hart and Conan O'Brien go into the hood, and then Ice Cube and Kevin Hart is trying to have him act hood. You know, like they're trying to convince him, look, this is how you got rolled, son. And Conan is in the back seat. And I'm telling you, the whole conversation of them riding was just downright funny. Ice Cube told Conan to go into 7-Eleven in the hood and get some Swisher Sweets, something that he could roll up his weed. And he said, Swisher what? He said, Swisher Sweets. He's like, what? He's like, just go in the damn store and get. So he goes to the store, gets the Swisher Sweets, comes back out with a Colt 45 and some Swisher Sweets. But you got to just see the interaction between them three. If they was to ever make a movie, I think it would be better than that Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart movie. I think that's where they got the concept.
That last Kevin Hart movie, I didn't like the Will Ferrell Kevin Hart movie, but the last movie where he plays the best man.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
that was really good. Actually, that was a very good.
Best Man 2 was good.
I did not expect. I didn't expect it to be that good.
Yeah, it was real good. That was real good.
I thought it was gonna be like. I honestly was expecting like a Tyler Perry-ish kind of movie. I don't like Tyler. Well, I gotta tell you.
You know I don't like it.
I gotta tell you.
You ain't gotta tell me at all, baby boy.
Shout out to AMC Dining Theaters.
No. No.
No, everybody who's ever worked in the dining theater knows how much we hate Tyler Perry movies.
It was just all bad. Like, as you see, we're talking about movies. We're supposed to be talking about games, but we can cut this segment into a kind of mesh of both.
Let's just switch. We're done. We're done talking about shows.
But
Let's go.
Okay, let's get into the games. Okay, it's 2015. Okay, what features do you see us not having now, but we had in the past with video games that are coming out? Like, do you see, and I'm asking the audience this too, do you see a change in how they are taking certain elements out of games now that used to be free? Do
Yeah,
you see?
I saw a picture. I wish I could find it and put it up onto the stream right now. But one, I'm feeling lazy, and two, I don't know where it is. But there's a picture. Like games back in the day used to be like it showed like a whole burger with like lettuce, tomatoes, like deluxe. It's like a burger patty, and it was like the game, and then it would be like French fries would be like DLC 1 or expansion 1, and then expansion 2 would be like or like the drink, and that was it. That's what you would pay for. You get each individual item like that. And then it showed it, and it was like the bun and like the patty and the other bun is like the game, and then you gotta pay 50 cents for the lettuce. You gotta pay like it's all DLC, So it's like they sell you, like for example, let's just go ahead and say Mortal Kombat X. That's another example. Great solid game.
You got the game, right?
Yes, I got Mortal Kombat X.
What do you give it out of 1 out of 10? What do you give it?
It's not this game. It's not around here. It's over there somewhere.
Okay.
So out of a 10?
1 out of 10. What would you give it? Mortal Kombat. This is what we're grading games, people. We're grading games. We are grading games. So Mortal Kombat 10 just came out about 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna have to give it like an 8 point. All right, are we talking local or multiplayer?
We're talking the whole entire game in general. I'm talking about if it got good connection.
All right, this is going to be hard to grade.
Okay, what are the pros?
I'm going to give you guys this is how I'm going to grade Mortal Kombat X for you guys right now. Mortal Kombat X, I'm giving it a solid 8.5. 8.5 because the game is absolutely amazing, but it has flaws. So now let's talk about local aspect, meaning single player, 2-player, local, multiplayer, things like that. The game gets a 9.8, 9.5. It's amazing. It's the best Mortal Kombat game to date. It's the best. There's never been a Mortal Kombat game like it. It's amazing. Get it. But now as soon as we factor in online play, there's just so many issues with the servers. There's game-breaking lag. There's certain times where I'd be fighting an opponent and he'd have the round, and he would just do combo, and screw me up. And I would be like, am I really that bad? The answer to which is yes. And then I would come back around round 2, and all of a sudden I'm going up against this guy that I'm thinking is completely going to destroy me, and he can't even land a hit on me. And I mess him up. And then on round 3, or this can go on any other rounds, you can mix and match. It's like even, it's normal, like sometimes the games feel fine, sometimes the games feel lagged, sometimes you're putting in button combinations, but the other opponent, it's just really messed up. The servers need to be addressed. It's not fun to play online, especially with a game like Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat's all about extremely quick inputs. Like think fatalities. Fatalities is like Sub-Zero's fatalities: down, back, down, forward, square, or triangle. Square. So it's down, back, down, forward, square, and you gotta do it pretty quickly. You gotta do it like bop, 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 bop. Because if you don't do it that quick, it doesn't work. So if you do like down, back, down, forward, square, the fatality is not going to work. You're just going to end up punching the guy. And that's what Mortal Kombat's all about. So that's why I give it like a solid 8, but 9.5 at the same time. Yeah.
Did you, because you got a PS4, I don't, but did you pick up the Final Fantasy Agito?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not pick that up. The only Final Fantasy I currently have is Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn, which is the massively multiplayer online game.
Okay. What do you think about it now? We have. Thank you for your review of Mortal Kombat 10.
I got to work on that. It was too long.
Well, you gave it your best.
Wait. This is for moments like this where you give it your best, where you do things like.
There we go. That's it. That's it. Yep. My thing is, okay, now I want to play Mortal Kombat 10. It looks cool. I'm kind of upset that they did push back the later versions of the game, which is the 360 and the PS3. I think they shortchanged themselves a little bit with that, because if you have a game like that, I mean, I know it's not made by NetherRealm Studios. From what I understand, it's being made by another company. It's the same game, but it make.
You talking about Mortal Kombat X?
Yeah, they're making it. There's another company that's making the PS3 and the Xbox 360 versions, from what I understand. And it's not the first time that company's done that. They've taken their products and gave it to another company to, remake or make for different consoles. Like, look at the Transformers franchise. The Transformers franchise was on the PS3 and Xbox 360 was made by High Moon Studios, but the other versions for like Nintendo Wii and the 3DS is made by Activision. Same, video game, but different. Like they took the same concept, I guess, the layout of how to move a 3D image in third person, but they give it to other studios to create. But I wish they could have got that worldwide release thing with all consoles and not just the next gen consoles. But that's just my take on the Mortal Kombat 10. I don't have it, so I don't know how good it is. I haven't played it yet. But I'm surprised you didn't get the collector's edition, bro.
It was too expensive, so I ended up not wanting to get it. It was just like too many collectibles. I could get the European version. I could get this other one. I'm broke.
The whole Injustice.
There was no point.
Yeah, it was the Injustice debacle all over again.
Let's try and get a good angle so you guys can see it.
Since we're talking about Mortal Kombat, I did find something that I picked up.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, for your sons and daughters, the game is rated M.
For mature owners.
For mature audiences. Just
like I did pick up something, though. I think I told you about it, but I'm going to let our viewers see it. Since we're talking about Mortal Kombat, I did find the collector's edition of Mortal Kombat 9. And I think I told you how I picked that up.
Oh, yeah. Well, you tell everybody at home that.
Okay, so I go in a department store. I'm not going to tell which department store it is. And they had everything on clearance. I guess they were cleaning out their warehouse, their back stock. And this is a money saver right here. So they had 4 copies of the collector's edition Mortal Kombat game, collector's edition, on the shelf for like $59 or whatever. So I was like, all right. I looked at it and I was like, I'm probably gonna pick one up. But what I did was I price matched it, and I ended up getting it for $14.99. $14.99. That's major, because I always wanted the collector's edition. I actually have the game. I bought it only once. But yeah, it was real good bargain, So I ended up getting it. I haven't opened it. I'm saving it because I like the whole bookcase ends of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, which I don't understand why they didn't do that for the new Mortal Kombat 10. They should have kept the same, model and give you bookends or give you something that you can always remember those 2 particular fighters. Even if it was Raiden and Shao Kahn or something, that'd have been a cool statue, But just Scorpion looking like how he was looking, and then they had different versions, I guess, of it. It really wasn't appealing. I think collector's editions are getting a little lame. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, it's not like before you get a collector's edition, you get a statue, you get an art book, you get a CD. Now I don't think video games are even offering that anymore. I think they're just giving away like, downloads. And that's not even considered a collector's edition, bro. A download is not.
Video games are. This is what he's talking about. Video games are doing. This game is a perfect example. It's called Tropico 5. It's a PC game. It's been coming out. It's got released on the PS4 2 days ago. Had to go pick it up because my friend told me, it's an amazing game. But look, Day 1 edition. See, that's the problem right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's an exclusive Day 1 edition, special limited edition copy, that you can go around and you can buy if you buy it on Day 1. And, that entices people like myself to want to go and buy it.
That's terrible.
And for no reason, because that this is, like, really? What are you going to do with the rest of it? You're going to sell it as DLC? Really? You're just going to sell content that you're giving out for free, and then you're not going to give it out for free? Like, what is up with that? And it's like other things, like, for example, another one, Dragon Ball Z, Day 1 edition, because it comes with Vegeta and these stupid things that only last you for like 2 minutes in the game anyway. And that's the other problem I have with pre-order bonuses nowadays. Like, for example, Dragon Age.
Was that Dragon Age Inquisition? Oh, okay, because I heard about Dragon Age 2. That was terrible.
Oh, yeah, Dragon Age. I get that one. That's what it is. No. So Dragon Age, this is the thing with Dragon Age Inquisition, though, unfortunately. Like, they give you, they made a big deal about the pre-order bonus. Get your pre-order special right here. The deluxe, here, let me read it first. The deluxe edition includes exclusive Skyhold throne and 2 exotic mounts, the Flames of the Inquisition gear that's only available through the deluxe mode, right? And digital game soundtrack and more. Well, the digital game soundtrack's pretty cool. I actually haven't even downloaded it yet, unfortunately. Yeah. But it shows it right there. And the problem with that is that Flames of the Inquisition pack. Well, now you can buy it for money, and secondly, it only lasts you honestly until like level 5, which is maybe an hour into the game. This game is a 100+ hour game. It's BS DLC that's just used to entice you, and that's the problem all these games are having nowadays. Look, Watch Dogs PS4 exclusive edition includes 60 minutes of exclusive gameplay. All right, I can understand exclusivity things, but still, though, like, why? For what? You know how mad I'd have to be? In microtransactions, dude. You know how pissed off the world would be? Think about, I'm going to bring up the best game of all time. Well, in my opinion.
Modern Warfare 2?
Modern Warfare 2. Get the fuck out of here. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. All right. Now imagine if The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time had microtransactions. Imagine if the game was made so that you have to pay 99 cents to get the Ocarina of Time quicker. Or, oh, you want an upgraded hook shot? You want to get the long shot? That's an additional $5. Fuck you. Nobody's going to buy that. Like, are you kidding? Nobody. The game would nowhere be as good as it is, and that's the problem that these game developers don't get nowadays. By making us pay for more, all you're doing is handicapping yourself and making your game less than what it should be.
I got the 2 big offenders as far as the whole DLC. You gotta pay for the ending debacle, and this is 2 games. First one that comes up to pay for the full ending is Mass Effect 3.
Oh man!
Now, this game came out. I'm gonna tell you right now. I didn't ever play the first one.
Motherfucker!
Never played the second one. But I will tell you this though. When everyone was upset about how the ending ended and they had to come out and remake another ending, that just shows you, first of all, it shows you the power of the gamer, because we can vote what we want and what we don't want. We can vote with our wallet. But Mass Effect 3 was one of the biggest offenders of download content, and you had to buy the ending, which should have came free to begin with. And I think eventually they did give it to you for free because they said, fuck it. You know, it was kind of screwed up what we did. Here's another one.
They did screw up, and they ended up giving out the ending for free. But there was another part that you would get. This is of course the collector's edition. You know, Mel Shepherd and female Shepherd on the cover art. You know, this is beautiful. Just if you guys have played Mass Effect, do yourself a favor, get it on the PS4, and just buy it, play it, love it. Don't be too upset with what they did for 3. The ending is fixed now, so you're not going to go through what we went through, but still, it's worth it.
Yeah.
This game.
And that year, what year was that? What year did that game come out? That game, Mass Effect 3 came out, and this was the beginning of it in 2012. This game came out in 2012, yo. Okay? And you know what I'm saying? Ever since then, it became a downhill spiral of download nonsense. It really showed that if a developer isn't given enough time to make the game as perfect as it possibly can, and then you got to have patches, you got to have updates, you got to have all these things that come about with the games, that is not a complete game. I'm sorry. I come from games of the 80s, and, you know, seeing how games are going, it sort of really, I have to think twice about purchasing a game nowadays, because I want to make sure that I get a full, complete game.
Oh, yeah, me too. For example, and here's a very big, just so people aren't thinking like, oh, he's such a PS4 fanboy. PS4's got crap games too, and I'm honestly not too sure if it's an exclusive. It might not be, but Drive Club. Drive Club was supposed to be the #1 racing game, this amazing game that's supposed to come out and just blow everyone away, and the weather was supposed to be dynamic and beautiful, and it took a year after launch. It was supposed to be a launch title for it to come out. They had plans to release a PlayStation Plus exclusive free version of Drive Club so you could try it out, test 5 of the cars, do what you got to do. That never came out, because they, quote unquote, the developers wanted to focus on making their game better.
Yeah.
So they had the 3 years or 4 years that they had to develop the game, missed the launch period, all right, spent an additional year working on the title, released the title, and then it was still completely subpar and a terrible game, to which they still are working on today. A year after launch, a year and a half after that 1 year period, because PS4 launched 2 years ago.
Yeah. 2 years ago. Hold on. Let's look at that.
PS4 launched in November. But
it launched in November of 2013, bro.
So a year and a half. So it's been a year and a half.
It's almost, yeah. And my thing is this.
Come on. Like, sometimes, my point is, though, before we go to that, my point is, sometimes it doesn't matter how much time the developer takes to work on a game, because sometimes the developer just sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm not gonna listen. Let's put a disclaimer in there, though. Not gonna dog the developers, because, you know, those guys, you know, I understand that, and this is talking from a gamer. We both gamers. We're not no you know, fan of any particular one console. I'm a fan of Nintendo. We're a fan of you know, PlayStation. We're a fan of Xbox. I own Xbox games. I own PlayStation games. I own Nintendo games. So, you know, we're not biased as far as.
I don't own Nintendo. What are you talking about? I don't own Nintendo. Who wants a Nintendo? All right, I'm just saying. Who would want a Nintendo 64? All right?
Dude, let me blow the dust off this over here. Not because I should, because I still got to play a few games that I haven't got a chance to play on this. I
am upset about this. Actually, if there's any viewers out there, if you guys can just really quickly pay attention, this Nintendo seems to be in working order. It clicks. It works. I don't understand what's going on. I've got the connections. It plugs in. But when I plug it into my smart TV, it doesn't work.
I just want to let everyone know, too.
But it doesn't work with my smart TV. So if any of you know the answer, help me out because I've been wanting to play Ogre Battle.
You know what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get yourself an old school TV or
a CRT. I don't want to have a CRT. We got rid of all our CRTs, and I don't want another one.
I'm gonna tell you something. I have a 42-inch HD TV, but mine's have the red, white, and yellow wires that I can still hook up the old consoles. But this is a Nintendo Wii. This is my son's Nintendo's Wii. Works and everything. It's got dust on it because we don't rock it anymore. He likes to rock the Wii U. But if you ever on the market to try to get find yourself a Wii, if you want, make sure you get the ones with the 4 ports on the side. The new model that came out doesn't have the 4 ports. If you have old GameCube controllers, you can still plug it up to play your games on it. But that's just a little tidbit of information for people who are
So
on the market looking for a Wii.
Like he's talking about the same one that I got. 4 ports right here.
That's the one that's worth more than the ones they have on the market now. And the ones they have on the market now has no, I think, Wi-Fi capabilities. They done took out the option to put GameCube controllers in it. It doesn't have an SD card, nothing. So if you're on the market to get, secure an old console, that'll be the best way to do it. But aside from that,
also the ones that you want. Actually, I don't know if you can do it with the new ones, but jailbroken.
Yes. But another offender, we're going to get back to on the offenders of the DLC debacles, is Final Fantasy 13-2.
Oh my
this
God.
is another one that it gave you the game, but then didn't have the official true ending. So you had to download Lightning Story to figure out what the hell happened at the end of the game. And, this is what I'm saying. You bring out a game, make sure it's complete. And I'm not knocking all the developers because I know they're pressed for time. I know marketing is a big thing as far as the business is concerned. And they will lay off every developer if the game does not come out on time, or if after the game comes out on time. Those guys are on a time clock. So certain developers only get 6 months to develop a game. And if it's not finished or not, they're sending it out as patches or DLC, and I understand that. I'm sympathetic to the developers on that end because they're just trying to support their families and provide.
Yeah, it's like how I feel with Square Enix and don't mind my hair. It's how I feel with Square Enix and Kingdom Hearts 3. I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts since 2005, I think, and
Dude, you've been waiting for 13 years.
Patiently.
15 years. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in what year? 2003,
I think.
3? Dude, you've been waiting for a while. There's a lot of other people have been waiting for a while for Kingdom Hearts, including me. But we were shown tech demos of Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy Versus first, and we just now hearing about it after all these years. Square Enix, I mean, I give them credit because they do give like a good quality gameplay experience. But as far as time release, I mean, obviously they don't have the strong enough team that they have.
They're worse. They're almost as bad. No, they're almost as nah. I think them and Hideo Kojima are tied.
What? Can we talk about that?
Yo,
what is going on with Hideo Kojima?
What happened?
I think he's. You know what? And I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. I think he got caught sleeping with the CEO of Konami's daughter or something, because they're not talking of nothing. They took his name off the game. They canceled Silent Hill. What did he do that was that bad?
I know he was planning on retiring.
No, so they dropped him, and we haven't heard nothing. He hasn't even put a update of a tweet out, man.
The only update of a tweet that he put out that I've seen is he tweeted that he will still be a part of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Can we confirm that? Let me see something because I gotta find out. Hold on a second. I'm about to confirm that right now.
Pretty sure it's
Let's
confirmed.
see.
Let's double check.
Let's see Kojima's last tweet. Let's just see if what did he say in his last tweet? You know, the world wants to know where is Kojima. Okay.
Hideo Kojima. May the force be with you.
That's not his last tweet, is it?
It really is. Oh, it's a retweet. It's a retweet. My bad.
I got our new. Well, I'll show you. I'm gonna show the audience. Of it's sad, really. I fear for him, and I hope everything is okay. I hope they didn't But this is Kojima's last tweet. Our new Metal Gear range is already selling out fast. Don't keep waiting, get yours. Then he put a Lego up, or somebody put a Lego up. Where is Kojima? This is what we're gonna do. We're on the hunt for Kojima. We gotta find out where this guy is, what's going on. We need to find out where Kojima went. Because I like the man's games. I like his games. But if he's not backing this new Metal Gear, and him and his team did create the Fox engine. You know about the Fox engine, right? Did you find anything?
Yeah, apparently things went from bad to worse. Konami not only failed to restore Kojima's name to the Metal Gear Solid website, but posted a number of job listings directly on it. Eagle-eyed fans also noticed that Kojima's name was now missing from a list of corporate officers at Konami, despite him having become a member of the board years previously when he established the Kojima Productions subsidiary. So it says in a bittersweet statement, Konami and Kojima later announced that Metal Gear Solid 5 was still on track for its September release and that Kojima was still in charge of its development. Kojima would, however, be parting ways with Konami after the game was completed.
But why take his name off the title of the game? Why take the man's name off? I mean, his name has been on every Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is synonymous with Kojima. You follow what I'm saying?
Look, even Normus Reedus tweeted out about Silent Hill. He said, super bummed about this, was really looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll come back around. Sorry, everyone. Slice of pizza.
Well, you know what's funny? You know what could be going on? A lot of people don't think about it, but it could be a publicity stunt. Because we know Kojima is known for
showman. Yeah. He's that kind of troll that starts off a Solid game and you're expecting to see Solid Snake, and then all of a sudden it's freaking Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2, and you're like, what's going on? And he takes the parachute off and he rips his face off, and it's him. It's like, you mother.
He could be trolling everyone heavy. This could be the biggest troll of the set. We like to sit there and think sometimes that, these guys can't be that big of an asshole and troll you like that. But it could be the biggest, because we haven't heard anything. We hearing all these rumors, and we don't know what's really going on with them. Norman Reedus says. Now, if Norman Reedus is in on it, then this has got to be the biggest April Fool's joke ever. Remember, we're still in April.
I don't know, honestly.
Today is April 30th, 2015. Yeah. Just to put the date of this video up there. We haven't put the date of the video.
I don't know, man. I really think that it's just gonna. I think that's it. He's just gonna work on this game and it's over.
I do want to see Metal Gear Rising though. I want to see a second. That game was awesome. I liked the game for what it was. Not to say that it had to be like anything else. it wasn't like anything else because that's the first time we actually used a sword to slice things up in itty bitty pieces. No game has done that.
Yeah, I remember now. I wasn't sure what you were talking about, but I just remembered.
Yeah, Metal Gear Rising. That hasn't been done in any video game.
I didn't like it.
Hmm?
I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I just didn't like the way that you had to use the sword.
Yeah. But you know what, though? It's like, and everybody has their own reasons, but you haven't really seen anything like that in games. Like, you wouldn't want to play a game that plays similar to Grand Theft Auto, you know, because you play Grand Theft Auto. Like, that was one of the reasons that kept me from playing Watch Dogs, is because I got Grand Theft Auto 5. It kept me away from Sleeping Dogs because I got Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, don't do that. Sleeping Dogs is...
I know Sleeping Dogs is good. I got it. But I haven't played it yet. I haven't even played Wolfenstein.
Sleeping Dogs was free on PlayStation Plus. So...
I know. I
have had it.
I have it. But I have it, like I said, I got a backlog of games, man. Like, and that's what I want to bring up, too. Like, how many people that are listening to this have a backlog of games? Like, you know, you comment down in the comment section.
Here, can I show you all the games that I'm currently working on? I'm just gonna hold them up, and I'm going to. Well, this one doesn't count because.
PS4 just came out. What are you doing?
Just beat that. Oh, I still gotta beat this. Well, I beat it, but all right. First up, Dragon Ball. I beat the main story. There's still so much to do. Next up, Tropico 5. I didn't
even know that game came out, bro.
Yeah, this game's actually really freaking amazing. I highly recommend it. It's like Sims, but on crack. It's like an RTS, build your own society, keep everyone happy, and attack other people. It's fun. It's really fun. Mortal Kombat, I beat the story mode, but still, I have so much learning to do. So much learning. I need to learn all of Sub-Zero's moves. Dragon Age Inquisition. This is a over 100-hour game, and I'm only like 45% of the way through it. Oh my god, I haven't been able to. And I played it for 2 weeks straight. I gotta beat that. And Assassin's Creed. This game was amazing. Black Flag. It was the launch title for the PS4. I love it. It's amazing. Get it. If you haven't played it, play it. It's a solid game. Multiplayer's lacking. That's what I gotta beat. I've gotten every single trophy in this game except for the 2 that I get in multiplayer, which are not difficult to get. And it would have been my first platinum game that I've ever platinumed. And the platinum name is like amazing. It's like Pirates Booty and Glory R or something like that. It's like amazing. And I'm just like, I want that as my first platinum trophy. But unfortunately, I haven't gotten around to it yet. So yes, there is always a backlog of games. And The Last of Us. I bring this up last because it brings me to a few other points that I wanted to do. First of all, I need to do Ellie's side story, DLC. I beat it on the PS3. I did not beat it on the PS4. Amazing game. If you have never played The Last of Us, do yourself a favor and play it before it comes out as a movie because it's scheduled to come out, I believe, in 2016. So that's next year. So play it before you do that. Now, the remastered editions. This is what I want to talk about. I feel like The Last of Us did it right. They saw an opportunity to bring their game to 100% full power in all its glory and put it on the PS4. They took it, and it was a huge success. And I feel that because of The Last of Us success, other companies have begun to do remastered editions as well, such as Tomb Raider and blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not against remastered editions, but when you have a crap game and you just want to resell it again, just for the hell of reselling it and saying it's remastered and just updating the graphics ever so slightly, I'm not going to buy it, and don't waste your time doing that. I'd rather you be developing something else, you know? Like, this makes no sense. Like, why spend money? Like, The Last of Us, yeah, okay, definitely remastered. It makes sense, do it. But I don't get it. Like, what's another game that just got remastered? Let's look this up. PS4 remastered titles. All right. Wait. I found a list on Wikipedia, but it's not very well organized. Okay, so Injustice Gods Among Us came up as Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. Then there was Tomb Raider as Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. And then The Last of Us Remastered came out. And then there's Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 4 are being remastered. And apparently God of War 3 is being remastered for the PlayStation 4. Now, God of War 3 is an amazing game, but it's so old. Why do it? It's like saying you're going to remaster Super Mario 64 and put it out on the Wii U. Like, well, actually, yeah, I would like that. I don't know. Where did Terry go? Uh-oh. Terry's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like he lost internet connection. Well then, since this is no fun being with one person, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. You know, we'll probably start another one up soon. Again, we talk. Yeah, it's him calling. We talk about everything from video games to cartoons, TV shows, movies, old games, and everything. So feel free to tune into the next episode. And I'm gonna stop talking now. So take care. Have a good night.